We don't know a thing about each other. I don't know where we're meeting. I don't even know your name.
I know you're an army doctor and you've been invalided home from Afghanistan. I know you've got a brother who's worried about you, but you won't go to him for help because you don't approve of him, possibly because he's an alcoholic, more likely because he recently walked out on his wife. And I know that your therapist thinks you're limp psychosomatic quite correctly, I'm afraid. It's enough to be going on with, don't you think? The name's Sherlock Holmes and the address is 221B Baker Street.
Hello, this is a small disclaimer to let you know that this video does contain a lot of spoilers, so if you haven't seen Sherlock, please go watch it right now, because there's nothing better that you can be doing right now. With that said, let's dive into the world of Sherlock. I write these words without having seen the fourth and most recent season of Sherlock, but I'm fairly certain that nothing has changed dramatically with the most recent episodes, especially pertaining to the craft that goes into each episode, which is what I want to focus on. With the addition of the fourth season, it's safe to say that the world has been treated with 12 feature-length episodes that are all, at the very least, absolutely fantastic. Of course, some episodes are better than others, but none is below a certain level of quality, and that's the biggest point I want to make. The bare minimum of quality is leaps and bounds ahead of anything else on television these days, or dare I say ever. Am I exaggerating? Perhaps, but indulge me a little bit. Each episode of Sherlock is a feature film on its own. There are narrative links between episodes and certainly between seasons, but for the most part, you can watch any episode and still enjoy it for what it has to offer on its own. This happens with many television shows, but not at this level. I've seen the first 3 seasons of Sherlock twice now, and the second viewing had a bonus for me. I got to see my girlfriend react to the series for the first time. She had heard about it, but didn't pay too much attention, nor did she ever intend to watch it. She had no expectations when we saw the pilot. Her enjoyment was noticeable very early on, and of course she was hooked, and the other episodes and seasons just added to that enjoyment, and above all, awe. She was incredibly impressed with everything, and for a good reason. Sherlock is near perfect. It really is. Let me try and tell you why I think this. Sometimes you watch things like The Shawshank Redemption or The Lord of the Rings trilogy, and everything just works from end to end. Script, cast, directing, cinematography, editing, music, sound design, visual effects, the list goes on. Everything is part of a machine that is working perfectly and sparing no detail. I like to say that film is the art of detail. Sherlock is a cinematic masterpiece labeled as a television show, and every single detail is beautifully perfect.
What can you do, Mr. Holmes? Go on, impress a girl.
There's a margin of error, but I'm pretty sure there's a 747 leaving Heathrow tomorrow at 6:30 in the evening for Baltimore. Apparently it's going to save the world. Not sure how that could be true, but give me a moment. I've only been on the case for 8 seconds.
Usually, the first thing that comes to mind when thinking about Sherlock is Benedict Cumberbatch's brilliant portrayal of the iconic character. It's fairly safe to say that his Sherlock is the best rendition of the character to date. Above all, Cumberbatch benefits from exquisite writing and the titanic performance from Martin Freeman, which makes the duo work beyond expectations. Much like the characters they play, one is not without the other. Martin Freeman's John Watson helps us connect to Sherlock beyond the high-functioning sociopath. He's joining the ride as much as the audience is. He both admires and loves Sherlock just like we do. Freeman's performance catapults Cumberbatch's to higher levels. It's a strong dynamic both narratively and performance-wise. It's the kind of collaboration that will stand the test of time. Long after you and I are gone, this work will be studied and remembered.
That was amazing.
Do you think so?
Of course it was. It was extraordinary. It was quite extraordinary.
It's not what people normally say.
What do people normally say?
Going back to the perfectly working machine I spoke before, another thing I love about this series is how the cinematography and the directing is so tightly connected to the editing. You see, it's customary for some directors to shoot having in mind how, for instance, two shots will go together in editing. Character A is opening a door in scene A, and it cuts to character B exiting another door and shutting it, almost making it seem like it's the same scene, like it's the next obvious shot. Sherlock does this constantly, but most importantly, unpretentiously. It does it with story and narrative in mind. It does it with a very specific beat and style in mind. It's just one of many things that help make the series stand apart. The amount of planning and work that goes into achieving this is mind-boggling for me. Sure, I've planned shot A to go with B, having in mind scene transition, but Sherlock is in a different galaxy of craft and creativity. And again, unpretentious. A lot of very good people out there try too hard, and the work comes out forced and, well, pretentious. It's not a matter of trying hard enough. It's a matter of being very intimate with story and pacing. You can't do it for the sake of doing it. It has to make sense, and most of all, it needs to be seamless. Sherlock is always serving the story. Always. It excels at something very obvious as well. Writing. The structure of these scripts is beyond comparison. Some episodes, more than others, catch you off guard over and over. You're watching a scene perfectly convinced that you know what's going on, and then comes the twist that sweeps you off your feet. How many times did you go, "What?" I'm guessing a few. A sequence that always comes to my mind is the ending of the first episode of the second season, A Scandal in Belgravia, the one where we meet the woman. The last few minutes of that episode is made of twist after twist after twist. First, we think Sherlock is screwed, then he's not. We then think the woman is dead, and then she's not, and freaking Sherlock is saving her. Not only is it surprising and structurally perfect, it's also highly emotional. That episode is probably my favorite out of the first 3 seasons.
When I say run, run.
Speaking of sequences, I cannot write this and not mention the scene where Sherlock gets shot by Mary Watson. A sequence that lasts quite a few minutes, breaking down Sherlock's split-second decision-making process and fighting to survive. We dive deep into his mind. It's a breathtaking scene, and I mean that literally. I saw my girlfriend gasp for air when it was over. She leaned forward when he was shot, not sure of what was about to happen. When it was over, she leaned back against the couch, catching her breath. It's this kind of emotional response that I love to witness from people exposed to true mastery. It's so much more than a sophisticated twist. It's execution. It's everything clicking and working across the board. It's no accident. It's the result of amazing work and dedication. It's storytelling at its best. It's like how a good horror movie doesn't need jump scares to be good. Kubrick's The Shining has 0 jump scares, and it's the masterpiece that we all know. And why? Quality storytelling, craft, and dedication. As you can tell, I think Sherlock is one of the best television series I've ever seen, and I put it right up there along with The Wire, which is an absolute masterpiece in my opinion. I should probably do a video about that one day. Anyway, it's extremely hard to condense the quality displayed in Sherlock in a short video. There are always things left unsaid, and I'm certain a dozen will come to mind the second I upload this video. I would love to just roll the episodes and talk about them, commentary style, going full geek mode. That would be fun. I might as well spare my words and let Sherlock speak for itself. As they say, an image speaks 1,000 words. In this case, many images speak volumes, and I can only hope that more productions of this caliber come along so I can laugh and cry and experience something absolutely unique. Sometimes I wish I could go back and experience it again like the first time, but then again, it just gets better and better with each viewing. Sherlock is probably one of the biggest creative contributions to modern culture from everyone involved in its creation. It is in fact a display of true mastery. And there it is, Sherlock. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope I made you want to go watch this series over and over again, just like I want to after writing all this stuff about Sherlock and revisiting the episodes. and I want to do that again because it's just such an amazing experience. And I can't wait to watch the 4th season, Guilty as Charged. I haven't watched it yet. You know, I want to take my time, savor each episode as much as I can. I'll probably do that and then binge watch the whole thing again from season 1 up until the 4th, including the Christmas special, which I did not mention at all in this video. Yeah, with that said, I hope you subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and you know, press that like button, which really helps me. And yeah, I don't know what to say. If you've made it this far, thank you. I've put a lot of work into this. I feel that I keep putting more and more work into my videos, and I hope that you people out there, the internet, appreciates it. And with that said, I'm out because I'm probably, you know, rambling by now. So yeah, thank you, gentlemen, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.